apparently we're going to shoot. It's no secret that artillery has become a key feature of this war since 2022. I'm right now on top of a Panzerhaubitze 2000, which is manufactured by Germany and was delivered by the Netherlands to the 43rd Brigade here near the southern front of Zaporizhia. The Russians are roughly 9 kilometers from us, but with that kind of thing, this brigade can hit them up to 30 to 40 kilometers thanks to the range of these artillery cannon. This artillery cannon, by the way, is 8 meters long. The whole thing is roughly 12 meters long. What's interesting in there is that it's mounted on a chassis that more or less look like and is inspired by the now famous Leopard 2 tank, which provides it a lot of mobility. The thing is that in this area, there's still lots of drone flying, so as with the Archer, as with the Razes, we see the same kind of pattern happening. Those howitzers that are made for, say, really mobile tactic actually stay in a dugout, they go out, they shoot, they come back.
You don't have to do anything with your hands. The machine does everything for you.
But thanks to the built-in computer system that comes with this howitzer, they can actually hit the Russian with a lethal accuracy.
Ask for fire.
Yeah, all right. And apparently we're going to shoot. But before the crew feeds the howitzer a few shells that the mechanical arm will later combine with explosive charges.
We can also do it ourselves, get all the shells and shoot from here. It takes longer, but if the situation requires shooting, we shoot. Even manually, if something breaks.
When you're inside, you can actually feel the speed. This kind of vehicle, thanks to the tracks, can go to up to 67 kilometers per hour, which is quite an impressive feat, knowing that actually in this class, this is one, if not of the heaviest howitzer you can find on the market. It's roughly 55 tons, where the Archer, for instance, weighs 30 tons. That means that the 1,000 horsepower here really does the job to actually, take this out of the dugout and shoot at the Russians. The crew receives corrected coordinates and the loader picks a charge. The empty shells have already been loaded before leaving the dugout. The Panzerhaubitze assembles both by itself in a deadly ballet before opening fire again. Panzerhaubitze can shoot up to 3 rounds for 9 seconds and can have a sustained rate of 10 rounds per minute. That looks like a lot, but this war is really shell-hungry, right? Where the Panzerhaubitze was supposed to, according to the manufacturer, only sustain a rate of like 4,500. Actually, Rheinmetall discovered that, through this war, that actually it could sustain a rate of like up to 20,000 shooting. The thing is that it tends to overheat. And this is not a problem that is they only discovered here. The Panzerhaubitze was developed in between the 1980s and the 1990s. It was first deployed in 2006 in Afghanistan, and it was used by the Netherlands army. Again, this Panzerhaubitze also was delivered by the Netherlands. So far, Germany has delivered overall, coming from different countries, of course, but so far, it's 36. 25 have been delivered by Germany itself, and Germany has pledged 18 more. So that means that in total, and that's by 2027, Ukraine may have 54 of these Panzerhaubitze, which lethality and which efficiency is actually key for this battlefield. Germany has trained so far 420 men to man these howitzers. Overall, these 54 Panzerhaubitze would be enough to help constitute 3 artillery battalions. It's also a testament to Germany's efforts to help in the war fought in Ukraine, at least on the ground.
This is a very convenient vehicle. It's very easy to manage, great in maneuverability, and also has very good off-road capabilities. It's fast. And basically, it's nothing like Soviet-era equipment, with its millions of levers and the like. One steering wheel, everything is computerized, everything is on the computer, and the vehicle does half of the work itself.
Apparently they don't need a cage, because they just need to close the small hatch, and then they're relatively protected from FPV drones. Plus, compared to, say, Soviet model, Russian models, the charge and the shells are separated from the crew. That means that, like, even if it hits, the crew is actually relatively protected, and at least there's going to be more like wounded than killed in such circumstances.
Basically, the vehicle is safe because it has good armor. This is a big plus. When I'm in the firing position, I close the hatch and I feel safer.
Back in the rear, it's time to inspect the kitchen, the command center from where the orders are given, and maybe we'll have the chance to see the Panzerhaubitze's concrete results on the ground. We're in luck. Wolf and his team just spotted some Russian infantry moving near a position.
From there, they're trying to assault our positions.
It doesn't take long for the Panzerhaubitze on the ground to hit their target.
Увага, постріл польотний 42.
Of course, it's great when there are such clear confirmations that we hit the target. The ammo detonates, you send it to the guys, it motivates them. The crew sees their work, what they did.
If some Russians were hiding in the tree line, they're likely fertilizer by now. The screen is riddled with destroyed enemy positions, yet they keep coming and pushing to get closer and closer to Dnipropetrovsk Oblast, as the Kremlin keeps on dreaming of getting Kyiv one day.
In the northern sector, their last large-scale offensive took place, where there were about 40 units of equipment and a lot of infantry. And we repelled it, thank God. 90% of all the work on the battlefield. That was the FPV and artillery. Infantry relies only on drones and artillery. And then, our unit, in just one day, within 2 hours of battle, hit 7 vehicles. This is our unit. If we don't stand for our territory, they'll take everything.
As you can see, some of these men have been fighting for 3 years and more to tirelessly fend off the Russians. You too can help them by donating to the brigade through PayPal or the link under the video. These men especially need a car to move from position to position, while even a small donation can make all the difference.